Welcome to Retro Sparkle Designs. Today's tutorial we will be going over the elf top. We will need one front, one back, two sleeves, one waistband, two cuffs, and two collar pieces. Begin by placing your front and your back right sides together and pinning along the shoulder seams, and then sew. Here we have the finished shoulder seams. Now go ahead and open your top up so both the front and back are right sides up, and then we will be adding the sleeves. Take your sleeves and find the center point of that top there by folding in half and marking that. Align that center mark with the seam of your shoulder and then pin in place. Finish pinning the rest of your sleeve in the arm side and repeat with your other sleeve and then sew them both on. Here we have the sleeves fully attached, and now we will finish the side seams. So take your top and fold it in half right sides together so your front and back are laying on top of each other, and then pin that bottom raw edge of your sleeves together and your side seams, and then go ahead and sew each side together. Next, let's prepare the collar. So take both collar pieces and we're going to place them right sides together. We will be pinning along the outside edge where your points are. So go ahead and pin that together and then sew around that. I like to kind of start at the middle of one of my points and then go off the edge of my point and then come back on to make sure I'm getting a crisp point. You may also use your sewing machine to get a better point versus with your serger. I do have really good luck with my serger though. Now take your little collar piece and flip it right sides out. I do like to go through and push my points out with either like a paintbrush or a pencil or something that can get into that little spot there. Now grab your bodice and we will be attaching the collar to the bodice. So go ahead and quarter the raw edge of your collar and then quarter your neckline. Leave your bodice inside out and then take the collar and place it over the top of your neckline, aligning those raw edges and your quarter points. Pin in place and then sew. Here is the attached collar. Go ahead and flip your top right sides out now and then set it aside. Next, let's prepare the cuffs and the waistband. Take your waistband and fold it in half, right sides together. Go ahead and pin along that short edge. And then for the cuffs, we'll do the same thing, fold it in half, right sides together, except we're going to pin the longer edge on this one, and then go ahead and sew those all. Here we have the completed waistband and the cuffs. For our cuffs, we need to fold them in half, wrong sides together, aligning the raw edges, and then I'm going to mark the halfway points. With the waistband, I will do the same thing. So fold it in half, wrong sides together, aligning our raw edges together, and then marking the quarter points. This will make it easier to add our cuffs and the waistband onto the bodice. Now back to the bodice, we can add the cuffs and the waistband. So go ahead and mark your halfway points on your sleeves and then mark your quarter points on the bottom of your bodice. Now take your waistband and place it over your bottom bodice, aligning those raw edges and the quarter points, and then pin in place. Do the same for the cuffs. So place the cuffs over the end of your sleeve, aligning the raw edges and those halfway marks, pin, and then sew them both on. Here we have the cuffs and our waistband attached. You may also top stitch the collar down. This will help it lay a little bit flatter and make sure that your liner or the inside of your shirt isn't popping out. So you can go ahead and do that now. And here is the completed top. We have that top stitch around the collar and we're all finished.